Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Rich. The name of the channel is Rich the Return Rider. For all of you guys that's here for the first time, thanks for tuning in. For all you guys as return viewers, I appreciate you coming back. For all of you guys that have subscribed to the channel, I appreciate your support. For all you guys that haven't yet subscribed, guys, hit that subscribe button so we can continue to bring you some of this content. You folks leaving comments in the comment sections below. I appreciate the interaction. I'm learning quite a bit from the motorcycle community. This is my journey getting back into riding motorcycles after being away for 20 plus years. And the goal of this channel, guys, is about learning all the things that I'm learning now that I didn't know before. And always safety being a priority. Now, I'm not a motorcycle instructor or anything, but I am trying to promote what I am learning is the key things to staying safe on these motorcycles. There's a movement out there, guys, that's encouraging us to get out in parking lots and on cone courses and taking classes so we can stay safe on these motorcycles. And that's what this channel is basically about, man. Like I said, all the things that I'm learning now that I didn't know before. When I started this journey, the intent was to get one of my best friends and my brother to join me on this journey. They have deemed motorcycle riding to be too dangerous for them to partake in this. And I can't blame them, guys, but I strongly believe that a big part of the safety out there on motorcycles is dependent on the motorcycle rider himself and the things that he's willing to do to stay safe. Anyway, guys, what we're talking about today is what you're looking at here is the 2019 Honda Goldwing Ruby. This is the manual version, but what I'm going to be talking about also applies to the DCT. And why I say that, guys, is there's a video out there with a guy. I think he's over in Europe somewhere because he described the damage that was done on the motorcycle in euros. But of a DCT being put on the stand, the handbrake not being pulled, motorcycle rolling off the stand, and it has cost that customer about $2,000 to replace the parts on that motorcycle. Took out the mirror, uh, that the bag in the back. And that's what this is about, man. Protecting our investment. These motorcycles can be worth up to 30,000 and above. And it's incumbent upon us to protect our investments. But anyway, guys, a year ago I did a video of me installing these bars. I received these bars from a company called World Motop. They're protection guards for our engine guards and drop guards for the sixth generation 2018 and up Honda Goldwing. The guards did not come with instructions, which was one of my commenters' concern, that this company is ridding themselves of liability by not sending instructions with the guards. They recommended was for you to email them to get the instructions, which I thought was a little sketchy. But I got to tell you guys, I've had these bars on now for approximately a year. I have done the Robert Simmons Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle class. Big proponent of doing those parking lot classes and those cone courses. And one of the things that happened was before I had these bars on, I was working in what they call the offset serpentine. The motorcycle went over as I stalled the bike, and it damaged part of this mirror right here and slight damage to the bags. Thank God the motorcycle wasn't sliding, or I'm sure I would have incurred a lot more damage. What's interesting is after I have put the bars on, and again, I did a video with me on the cone course showing the details of that tip over. And guys, what Honda provided on this motorcycle as tip over bars is not adequate enough to protect the motorcycle. One of my commenters clearly explained, and he made a good point. When Honda designed this motorcycle, they didn't design it thinking that we are going to be using it to ride like a motor officer. What I'm going to say about that is that neither did Harley Davidson when they protected their bikes with all the drop guards. Neither did Indian, unless they intended to. But the thing about it was to protect the customer's investment. Honda isn't too, concerned about that, obviously, because there's still nothing provided on Honda's websites anywhere about protection, adequate protection for this motorcycle. Guys, if this motorcycle goes over, even if you have it parked, you don't have to be in a parking lot. If you have it parked and you leave it in neutral, or you have the DCT and that handbrake is not pulled and this motorcycle goes over on the side, you're going to incur $1,000+ in damage. Anyway, so again, that's what this is about. World Motor Drop Guards. I'm going to show the video, guys, with me going back and doing, I think, his Robert Simmons practice 41. The bike making left and right turns, the bike went over. I even saw, after I looked at the video, that the front wheel came off the ground, but I was able to protect the bike from completely going over and damaging the mirror and the bags. Don't know if these guards will be adequate enough to really stop it from damaging the bags. There is a video out there with a gentleman that actually went down to Miami. He's got about 3 different videos out there talking about some modifications he did. You know, having some bars welded to the bike that protect his motorcycle, and he shows him falling off the bike at one point. He showed a different video with the bike completely laying over and the guards doing their job. I think the only thing that was done was the pegs. Was the only damage was done to his motorcycle was the pegs. He also added a welded on, or had welded on, a back piece that prevented the bike from going over. It's an extended piece, but it did do the job of protecting the bags. In one of the incidents he described, the motorcycle went down on one side, I think went down on the right side first, went off, and then went over to the other side, and minimal damage done. The guards that he installed did their job. I don't think these guards will protect it to that level, but this is what I got, guys. Go back and watch the video on the installation of these guards. I'm not, endorsed or anything by this company, but just encouraging you guys, man, to protect your investment. These slow speed advanced motorcycle classes and so forth, guys, it's important for us to know what we're doing on these motorcycles. Anyway, another comment, as a matter of fact, the comment that actually inspired me to do this video was one of the folks on that specific video commented of how the bars are mounted. I talked about that quite a bit as I was installing these guards, and the concern of the bars being mounted to the subframe. What he expressed in the video was that nothing should be installed. Installing anything on that subframe, as he described it, is a no-no. But I got to tell you guys, I believe that if you mount these bars the correct way, by using the full support of the frame for the bulk of the support, and minimizing the amount of pressure that you put on the subframe here, I believe you'll be fine. Now, he said if you're involved in any kind of a motorcycle accident or car crash or anything, that he's pretty sure that that would void your warranty. Guys, if you're involved in a crash, there is no warranty. That is the purpose of putting these guards on. So you get into a parking lot and you minimize the chance of crashing your motorcycle, saving your life, protecting your investment. All of that stuff there is the reason that I installed these bars. The guy that had this stuff welded on expressed that if he couldn't find something to protect his motorcycle, he was finished with the cone course. If I can't find something to adequately protect this motorcycle, I'll be trading it for a motorcycle that offers the protection. That's the importance of these classes to me. Learning how to ride this motorcycle. I will post a description for some of these videos that I'm talking about in the description section. I'm going to mention one more thing, guys. As it being a no-no mounting anything to that subframe, these I think I got from Kariakin. These were the toe brackets for this motorcycle, and these brackets also mount to that subframe. There's another company out there that offers something called comfort bars, engine protectors, and that also mounts to that engine frame. There's no way around it at this point, guys. That seemed to be part of the installation of most of these things. What I didn't like about the comfort bars is the fact that you have to cut some pieces out and use some Dremel. Installation process seemed to be a lot more complex than these bars. A half an hour is all it took to mount these bars on the bike. If you guys got a better suggestion out there on the way to protect these motorcycles or this specific motorcycle, leave it in the comment section below. On these bars, I also saw someone that actually, yep, these are the serial bars. These are probably from Gold Strike. But I saw someone also breaking that subframe, and I'm assuming using these brackets, and I'm assuming that person had to be ratcheting down on these specific bars really hard to break that subframe. You got to use our common sense, guys. If we are doing anything to this motorcycle and we are tightening fasteners on the plastic, we are obviously not going to tighten it to the point where we break the plastic. If you're going to be strapping the bikes down, it's recommended that you don't strap the bike down in a way where you're going to damage the forks, the seals, and the suspension. You got to use our common sense, guys. But the key thing is, you got to protect our motorcycles. We got to protect our investments. Anyway, guys, like I always say at the end of my videos, I don't care what you ride, get out in the parking lot, practice. And it's better that you drop your bike on the concourse or in the parking lot than to crash them out in the streets. Rich, the return rider, out.